Macs are only 7.5% of today's computing market share. So why does it feel like they have much more of a grip on the market? Is a Mac really better than a PC? I used to be a PC user. My first PC only used commands given from the keyboard. There was no pretty user interface when I started. So I have been using a PC for a long time. As I progressed, so did Windows. I used a PC until just after Windows 7 came out. I was okay with XP and was very excited when Vista came out. But that's where it all began. I searched high and low for an operating system that reflected how I like to work on a computer. Vista seemed too incomplete to me. Windows 7 was an improvement, but still left a lot to be desired with hardware compatibility issues. I even tried free operating systems like Ubuntu Linux and Fedora Linux. The support of these was community-based and required a lot of computer technical knowledge to get them even up and running. I found OS 10.6 Snow Leopard, put out by Apple, and I had found that operating system that functioned the way that I worked on a computer. Just like the commercial states, I am a Mac. Apple spends countless hours perfecting the OS X operating system. The hardware you buy with a Mac is designed around OS X, so you know it will work every time. You will not have to worry about drivers for the new hardware because Mac uses the built-in drivers in the OS and USB devices. The beauty about Macs is that you plug it in and it just works every single time. The internal hardware is identical to a PC. Both use Intel processors, DDR-type RAM, and any USB or FireWire device out there. This is where the similarities end. The user interface is very pleasing to the eyes. With minimal clutter on the desktop and no start button to search for your applications, you just drag and drop your favorite applications onto the dock at the bottom of your screen. This makes a streamlined interface that you can quickly launch a program without having to search your computer to find the link. In Windows 7, I had many issues with applications locking up and shutting down my system. With OS X 10.6 Snow Leopard, I have yet to have the system shut down due to anything other than me telling it to turn off. Because OS X is based in Unix, an operating system that began in the late 60s and is designed for supercomputers, you know you have a rock-solid foundation under that pretty interface. Applications are where it gets tricky. Most public software sold in stores are designed for the Windows operating environment. But recently, it has started to swing towards software companies selling both Mac and PC versions of their software. Microsoft Office is one of the most used apps out there. It has been available to Macs for quite some time, but with the latest release of Office 2011, it is a full-featured app with Word, Excel, and Outlook, all included for around $100. Some other applications used by both systems is Photoshop, iTunes, QuickTime, and Firefox. Mac also offers many full-featured apps at a surprisingly small cost. iLife, which is a useful suite of programs aimed at the home user, runs at about $40. iLife allows you to make professional home movies, DVDs, photo albums, and even record your own music if you are a musician. The only app I have found not compatible on a Mac is Microsoft Visio. While there are some applications that can only run on PCs, there is usually a similar app for the Mac that can do the same thing. These can be found in the App Store or a small search in your favorite web browser. An example of Mac is the Apple button in the upper left-hand corner. You can find out useful information about your system. Just for an example, About This Mac shows the processor, memory, and the startup disk used to load the operating system. I use applications like Firefox, Address Book, iCal, iTunes. Here, iPhoto, iMovie, and GarageBand are all included in the iLife package. I also have Word, PowerPoint, and Excel installed as part of the Office 2011 suite. This is how easy and quick it is to create a Word document. We tell it to save it on the desktop using the existing Save As term. Save. Shows up on your desktop, and it's just that easy. Okay. Currently, artists, students, teachers, and media professionals use Macs. There's a growing area of engineers who are starting to become Mac users due to the ability to run Unix-based programs. So join the crowd of a small but proud group of Mac users. You will never use a Windows machine again. This video was recorded on a Mac with Camtasia.